drunken part. Explain that to the audience.
He's always he's drunk.
He's always been drunk. Everybody said
he
drunk.
ran a charity into the ground. He drunk all his money up.
You mean he's pulling out one of them old-fashioned flasks when nobody's looking?
Not a flask, probably the whole bottle.
Yeah, the number of times they've had to carry him home from the bar, right? All this came out during confirmation.
Even his mother said it.
Yeah.
Even his mom said he was drunk.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy.
So why did Trump pick him as if I didn't know?
Right.
Because
he saw him on TV.
Because he is a drunk.
What did he say? He said he saw him on TV.
Yeah,
he makes good TV.
Yeah.
So this guy's just worthless. Absolutely worthless.
Absolutely.
Right.
The National Guard warned the Biden administration about this guy's Nazi tattoos and racist.
Really? Yeah.
He was warned. And so this guy is a neo-Nazi, which is one of the reasons he was picked. He saw him on TV. He saw his ridiculous, retarded views. The guy thinks he's a tough guy, right? And he couldn't probably fight his way out of a wet paper bag. And I think he may even have a little sugar in his tank, because who else is going to assemble hundreds of generals and tell him, I want you clean shaven and sexy, muscular? You know what I mean?
Well, just talk about him real quick, and we ease back on top. I even watch him do pull-ups on the bar, right?
Did he do them?
He can't even get his head completely above the bar. It's kind of, he gets up there and he comes down.
That was that alcohol kicking in.
But a woman was shown, and she was bringing it, going, doing the proper pull-up.
Yeah.
So we just got an administration who they don't know what they're doing.
No.
And they're putting all of us.
I think they don't care. I think they don't care what they're doing. So they want to be tough guys, and they want to kill people in the Caribbean and feed red meat to their base. And it's illegal. It's murder. And these people need to be, the international community doesn't need to wait till they're out of power. They need to try them now in The Hague.
Human rights complaint has already been filed against him.
Yeah, they need to be.
He ought to be barred from going to any. Well, if that happens,
that's what I'm
he
saying.
won't be able to travel outside the United States.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Right now,
because he could be arrested in another country for human rights violations.
The ICC, the International Criminal Court, needs to try all of them. And that way, then none of them can leave the country. They can't leave the country, go to the G20. They can't leave.
That happened to Henry Kissinger for years.
Did it?
Yeah.
Because of the Vietnam War.
Vietnam.
I think a bombing of Cambodia, if I'm not mistaken, he allowed that to happen. After the International Court of Justice, they can't come to America and arrest you.
Right.
But guess what? You fly to France, you're under arrest.
Yeah.
You can't go nowhere if the International Court of Justice rules you committed a war crime.
Yep.
So it's like, again, the United States is an embarrassment around the world. We got Trump, who can't stay awake in meetings. We've got Hegseth, who can't stay sober. We've got Kristi Noem. She's a Barbie, and doing all her
illegal stuff she's doing. Yeah.
She's chewing bubble gum and fixing her nails at the desk, right?
We've got Pink Bondi. She's don't know what she's doing. We got Cash Patel. You don't know where he's.
You don't know what he's doing. Yeah.
So
he's flying his girlfriend all over the country.
So we're just
taxpayer dollars.
We're just right now we're being held hostage.
So we got an entire administration of nincompoops, to say the least.
But I think we're way off topic. But the one thing I'd like to say is that when you look at what's going on now. You have to, as a black person, you have to definitely say this is definitely racism, because if Obama or another person was in office or a liberal was there, they never would allow this to go on. Period.
No.
These people they've gone so far and say, well, look, this is how many excuses they make. A pedophile is 13 and under. He's not really a pedophile because he likes them 14 to 18. This is where we're at in this country. This is how these people are twisted this is how far they've twisted their mind to where they're justified as long as she's 14.
And maybe this is how pedophiles operate.
They're insane.
Inside joke, y'all.
We're going to go ahead and move on to our next topic. So we're still running overseas. And some emails have leaked from Stephen Wickock, who is a U.S. envoy to Russia, where in these emails there's references on how to get what you want from Trump. All of these, love, love, love Russia type messages. And so I don't know, maybe it was a post that you put out there, but right now the U.S. is so far up Russia's behind.
Right.
It's an embarrassment.
Colostomy is in order in that case.
Right.
Does it go back to the P tape? Putin has the P tape.
Well, that
Don't make no difference anymore. You got the Jeffrey Epstein tape.
Yeah, bomb another boat so people forget about the Epstein case. That's what's going on. He wants everybody to throw everybody off track so we can't get back to looking at his interesting files, to say the least.
Reading somewhere else where there's also something was also written suggesting that the Trump administration is involved in trying to gain access to some resources up in that area as well. So,
In what area?
Russia, in terms of, or close to Russia, you're getting access to those mineral rights.
That's why they want Iceland.
Yeah.
So again, it's a joke. It's just an absolute joke.
I definitely think the Russians have something on Trump, but also,
well, we thought
Trump,
even if it's the P tape, okay, it's kind of like, who's Bubba? So we all know about Bubba now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you can't shock us.
Right.
Shock us. Yeah.
Yeah. Putin missed his turn with the. If he got anything.
Yeah.
It's too late.
It's too late. But I mean, also, he's a man child, right? And he has no idea of history. He has this idea what a strong man looks like. He has idea what an imperial presidency looks like. So he's, like I say, he's gone to Dollar General and he's put gold all over the White House and all this kind of stuff. So this is this is his idea of what imperial presidency looks like, right? So he wants to emulate tough guys. That's why his idols are Putin and his idols are
Kim Jong-un.
Kim Jong-un. Yeah.
Have you seen the latest post on Facebook where they have a picture of Epstein's living room, and it looks like the same as the Oval Office in terms of the Dollar General goldification.
Well, yeah, I saw that. What was the deal with the dentist table there?
Oh.
And I can imagine.
Leave it alone.
But it's got male faces plastered on the wall. What the heck is that?
Just leave it alone.
I hate this. I don't even want to imagine that.
Don't elaborate.
Yeah, I think it's just his idea. Like the idea he want to have a parade in Washington D.C. with tanks. You know what I mean? It's like
that was for his birthday, right?
Yeah. He thinks it's the 1950s. He wants to be Stalin or whoever he wants to be, or. So he's lost in a different era, and he doesn't understand history, and he doesn't understand this country. He doesn't. It's
a good point about he wants to be a tough guy, and he's appealing to basically cowards, because most guys that think they're tougher are cowards.
Yeah.
And you can see that all the time. Cowards are running around all over the place with tattoos on their arms, hiding up in trees, killing deer that don't have no guns to fight back.
Right. Blind.
So he's appealing to this, I don't know what you want to call them, to these people that are misfits who look at him as a strong man because they've never been strong men.
Yeah.
So if you're gravitating to that, that's the psychology of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking about celebration, you heard where MLK and Juneteenth holidays have been removed off of the list to where you can no longer get free access to the national parks.
Right.
However, if you want to go to the national park on someone's birthday,
it's free.
It's free.
Yeah. So basically,
and what does the Grampus Parade have to do with Trump in downtown San Antonio? I'll tell you, I can't tell the difference between the two.
The what parade?
Grampus.
What is that?
It's a German monster with horns and looks like a wolf or a dog or whatever they're having the parade in San Antonio celebrating Grampus, Krampus. You guys don't keep up with horror, I can tell, unless we're talking about Trump, and then we do all keep up with that.
I'm familiar with the
Okay. So it looks like everybody's wondering, where are the Black Americans? Where are the Black Americans? We need your help. So let's kind of roll it back.
Mm-hmm.
The Latinos for Trump.
Mm.
They want to know where we are. Why aren't we out there helping them, fight ICE? Look at the Somali, folks, especially those Somalians for Trump. They want to know where are the Black Americans? We need your help. We said we weren't Black, but don't listen to us right now. We're Black right now. I even got the white folks for Trump who are losing access to a whole lot of stuff, wondering where are we? So do we sit this? How long do we sit this thing out? Do we sit it out to the very, very end?
Sit it out to the very, very end.
I understand that everybody now wants our help.
We told them, and we showed up to the polls on November the 4th, and they should have showed up on November the 4th as well. And but they decided to vote otherwise. You know what I mean? So it was, despite the warnings, despite Project 2025 was out there, hey, we told them so. So now that they are realizing the error of their ways, you can't get your vote back. You know what I mean? And so, we told you what it was, but you decided that you wanted to vote for this guy instead of voting for the Black woman, right? Mm-hmm. You took all your Latino machismo, you took all your the racism that you brought from Central and South America, and you brought it with you. And so you rather vote for the machismo white guy than the sister who
I was proud of the Latinos in Chicago because they was ICE was out there trying to get them. And they throwing rocks and all kinds of stuff at them, whatever.
Well, one lady ran from them, went into her house, and her dad looked like came out there and cursed those ICE agents out, and get away from here. And then ICE agent had to say, he's on the public sidewalk, on public property, and the dad said, I don't give a damn what property you're on. Get out of here. And so they're not real cops. They have no training. These are just a bunch of bullies
with masks on.
With masks on, a bunch of cowards. The officers cowards. And slamming people to the ground, for no reason. Arresting people only to let them go 3 hours later. It's just a terror tactic.
That's all.
And most Americans are not going to go along with that.
No. It's interesting with the Somalian community. And, and we're not here to generalize, but for the purpose of this conversation, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Now they're blaming us for their situation, behind they're getting deported.
Expand upon that.
They're blaming Black Americans.
Why? How can they blame us?
Because we're not here to support them, so they're blaming us for the fact that they got caught.
No, but the Somalis for Trump is not a huge community. Just like Blacks for Trump is not a huge part of our community, Somalis for Trump is not a huge part of a part of their community as well. And so
you said Somalis for Trump.
And even that Turning Point group trying to go to black colleges, they're being kicked out, thrown out, spit on. They're not going to succeed trying to recruit. They'll get a few fools here and there, but they're not going to recruit any black people.
No.
And you will find black people that go along with treating the Somalis in a bad way. Then that might convince one or two Somalis, or pick a number to say why black people abandon them. Well, they're not talking about all black people.
You're not talking about.
Ain't nobody up here abandoning them.
No.
So who are they talking about? Candace Owens? Well, she done abandoned. she done abandoned human life.
She abandoned everybody. Yeah.
Speaking about immigration, there is a bill or a piece of legislation on the floor right now where they want to ban dual citizenship. If you're going to come to the United States, you want to live in the United States, you have to give up the country that you came from. You can't be, I'm going to just use the Somali community. I'm Somali first. We do everything for Somalians. if you're going to become a citizen of the United States, and in a way, I have to agree with this. If you're going to ask for citizenship in the country, then in my mind, you need to give up your citizenship of the other one. You can't be double dipping.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know how you.
It's a full commit.
I don't know how you could. I don't know how could you enforce that. Yeah, I don't think you can enforce that. There's no way you can enforce that.
It's on the floor.
They can put it out there, but you can still go back to your home
And I'm
country.
for it.
And honestly,
And your home country might agree, kind of like what they do in Cuba. We won't stamp your passport with the name of this country, or we still recognize you as a citizen, as quiet as it's kept. How are you going? You can't enforce that.
and then for us, for anybody else, I'm put it like this: for most people around the world, you have to give up your Kenyan passport once you get an American passport. You have to give up your British passport once you get an American passport.
Right.
So I'll put it like this: very few countries are allowed to have dual citizenship. The number one country or the number one group of people that does that is Israel, who has dual citizenship. Now, if they start making, I'll believe it when they stop letting Israelis have dual citizenship, dual U.S. Israeli citizenship. Because I'm gonna tell you this, and this is rare. Even when I was in high school, I had friends who were Jewish, who were going over there, doing their commitment in the Israeli Defense Force. They were going over there serving the IDF as American citizens, joining a foreign military, and then coming back over here living.
Wow.
By the way,
I believe it. I've heard it.
By the way, Israel is one of the countries that's not too great to visit if you're a black American.
Oh, absolutely not.
Because they look at the stare.
Yeah.
They're staring at you like you're going to steal something.
Yeah.
So be careful about going to the Holy Land.
Right.
It ain't so holy anymore.
No, they're the two leading rabbis from Israel. They're the two of the most racist people on the planet. Israel's two top religious leaders.
No, they're very racist.
There's been cases where the police beat to death an Israeli soldier in uniform because he was black. This man was in a uniform and they beat him to death. There's been incidents where a black Ethiopian woman who was holding her baby at a train station, her baby was stabbed in the head by an Israeli because he didn't want black babies to grow up in Israel. This is one of the most racist countries on the planet. Israel. Yeah. What ended up happening is, one, there's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of background to this, but they brought over a lot of Ethiopian Jews, Phoenicia Jews, whatever, and ever since then it's been a nightmare for those people. A lot of people they go back to Ethiopia because the racism in Israel is so horrible. But and I'm not gonna go there as far as the Jewish stuff. I'm not gonna go there, but. No, it's extremely racist country. It really is.
Yeah,
Sounds like it mirrors America.
It's probably worse.
Yeah, sounds like Mississippi, 1940.
Yeah.
But Ta-Nehisi Coates, the famous black author, he talked about his visit to Israel, and he could feel the hatred. Yeah. The way they have the society organized. So I don't know. I'm a Christian. I have no intention of going to the quote Holy Land because Netanyahu then turned it into the evil land.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's talk about these billionaires' donations to HBCUs.
You mean the billionaires? Not these. Yeah, not these.
We got some V's up in here.
The.
First of all, I'm gonna have to give kudos to Mackenzie Scott.
Absolutely.
She has given away a ton of money, and I think her net worth right now, let's say about 40 billion or 100, let's say about 40 billion. So the money that she's giving is not even putting a dent.
Is that Bezos' wife?
Okay.
Ex-wife.
And so, I mean, she is, helping HBCUs, right?
Yes.
A friend of mine was saying, well, she's not helping the small HBCUs. And I said, now this is just my thoughts. Maybe those really small HBCUs don't have the grant writers needed to write that type of proposal to her.
But
still.
She gives money to not just specific HBCUs, but the United Negro College Fund, which they can pull from. So she has given a lot to NAACP college scholarships and to the United Negro College Fund. So they can pull from that money. They do benefit. Everybody benefits. But she has given a lot of money to Hampton, Howard, Spelman, Prairie View, Tuskegee, everybody. I'm talking everybody.
Then
You know
she
what I
might
mean?
get indicted by the Department of Justice for bank fraud or something.
They're not going to bother her.
No,
They're not going to bother her.
She's too loaded.
And then Bloomberg, I was really surprised. He is starting a charter school
Yes.
pipeline to HBCU.
Right.
And so I was really surprised with that. And then we have another black billionaire. I can't think of his name right now, but we've had some black billionaires. Oprah's giving money. We've had some athletes giving money, but the HBCUs, they're going to be okay.
Well, McKinsey sticks around. I mean, this woman is approaching $1 billion. The numbers are anywhere between 750 to close to $1 billion that she's giving away. Yeah. So she's giving away close to $1 billion to just two HBCUs. You know what I mean? And when you're counting the United Negro College Fund, that's where it starts to approach $1 billion when you start counting that. But she is a lot of money. She put her money where her mouth is. She's definitely invited to the cookout.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She is.
Yeah, she's official soul sister number one.
She's almost making Jeff look like you got all that money. What are you doing for society?
She making a whole lot of them. Even she making a whole lot of black billionaires look like that. Like, yo, you know what I mean? I got into
she's giving away more money than they got.
But even though she has more money than they have, but the notion that, look, I'm giving money away. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, that's why I say if she loops it back to Jeff Bezos, what are you doing? You're sending this thing up into space for about 5 minutes and it comes back down. What are you doing for society?
Yeah. Even the black billionaires, we're not asking you to give $1 billion. You're a black multi-billionaire. $10 million?
What's the guy up in Austin, the billionaire?
Robert Smith.
There
it is,
right.
Robert Smith.
Yeah.
Robert Smith.
He's on the list.
Yeah.
How much is he getting?
He gave a lot.
He gave a lot.
He gave
Another bank fraud case. If he gives too much money to black folks, it's going to be a problem.
So before we sign off, let's talk about the young lady in Oklahoma. This is your story.
We're going to talk about that first, or the participation trophy.
We can talk about either one.
Let's have fun.
Oh, FIFA?
FIFA. The FIFA Peace Prize.
You ever heard of that?
That's bullshit.
Go on. So go ahead, cover the FIFA Peace Prize, Mario.
Did they give him a soccer ball or what?
No, they got something together that they gave him.
Trophy.
They never put it together before. They never had a peace trophy.
They must be in need of money, and that's the only way they can get it.
They got money.
Now something's going on. There must be
right?
There's a shortfall somewhere, and
Look at that. There it is.
It looks like it's wrapped in foil.
It looks like you saw that some of that gold he got from the White House. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Oh, his hat says right about everything?
Yeah, Trump was right about everything.
Look at this guy's even holding the thing like the way Trump. I would be surprised if the guy starts going this now.
Oh my God!
So that's the perfect attendance award.
That is the
participation award.
Participation award from FIFA. So you know what's going to happen to FIFA.
And then finally, go ahead, talk about the young lady.
The young lady from OU, right? Which, God, I hate to say it, one of my alma maters. So she, there was a trans professor who gave her an assignment for her psychology class.
For a grade.
It had a rubric. It was a specific assignment.
Wait a minute. You said it had a what?
A rubric.
A graded rubric, right?
What you have to do to get certain
points.
Okay.
And it was a specific assignment. So the young lady decided to write about what she wanted to write about. She wrote about, first of all, if you have there's no cites. Even if you wanted to use the Bible, there are verses and chapters you can cite.
Meaning no citations or references.
No citations, no references, not in APA style, didn't meet the word count, didn't meet the page count, and if you're assigned to write a paper, you can't put "I believe." Because
that won't work.
That will not work.
You gotta say according to. You gotta say
but not "I believe."
evidence suggests.
Yeah, not "I believe."
Yeah.
I think. You know what I mean? God said.
You can
know,
argue.
Yeah. But yeah, it was. So she wrote a paper about God's condemnation of
Trans people.
trans people.
Oh, that's what it was
Right.
about.
Yeah,
And gave it to him.
and gave it to the trans professor.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I didn't know that.
The Bible talks about trans people.
That's what I was wondering. You know what I mean? I was wondering where I looked chapter and verse, and I'm trying to recall.
There's nothing in the Bible.
I don't recall. I do not recall. Old Testament, New Testament, Quran. I just don't recall that section. So
I don't think Buddha even said anything.
So he got that F.
yeah, she got the big F, and so her mom's a lawyer.
Ooh.
And Turning Points USA was on this the next day. It smells 100% like a setup. They targeted that trans professor. So a couple of funny things happened. So the trans professor actually,
Is that her?
that is the girl. No, is that no? That's not the trans professor.
It is.
It is. Okay. I've seen different pictures of the trans professor. So, like I say, Turning Point picked this up the next day. They made it this cost celebrity from MAGA. MAGA surrounded the girl and trying to support her. So it's just, of course, I give her a 90% chance she's not gonna finish college. She's gonna drop out, become a spokesperson for Turning Point, have a podcast, a Christian right podcast. But anyway, that's her. That's her. Right. So, yeah, they placed the trans professor on leave. Other professors have graded this paper. They all gave her an F. The funny thing is they even run it through Grok, which is that's Musk, right? The Musk is Grok. So they ran it through Grok. Grok gave her an F. And so Grok said that you didn't follow any. Grok said the same exact thing. You didn't follow any directions. There's no quote. There's no citation. There's nothing, right? But the right wing has surrounded this young lady.
Yeah, and this whole project
Yeah.
of threatening professors, of going after professors, that's all Turning Point Turning Point.
Yeah.
It's Turning Point Nazi Germany.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is.
Yeah.
Trying to stifle the First Amendment.
Yeah.
Trying to stifle free speech. Trying to undercut democracy.
Yeah.
And eventually, after things calm down, when you file a case in federal court, it might not get heard for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
And eventually, I think that professor will be hired back. University will have to pay out a ton of money.
Yep.
Turning Point will probably be kicked off the university at some point.
They need
because they're now universities and colleges thinking about, we need to remove this as a campus organization because all they're doing is filing frivolous charges,
Right.
threatening people on campus.
Right.
There's evidence to show that's exactly what they're doing.
Right.
So I would think that universities, colleges, high schools even, ought to remove them as campus organizations by the mere fact of the kind of threatening atmosphere they've created at the school.
And they're putting them on high school campuses now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to be kicked off a high school campus.
Absolutely. What happened to that? Like no religious organizations in high schools and no political organizations in high school. They just need to teach high
They're
school.
highly political.
Yeah, absolutely. They're 100% political. But
Well, we could go on with this one because this is a really interesting story.
I'm not done.
Oh, you're
I
not
just
done. I'm going to give you a
I
couple more
wish
minutes.
that when I did my dissertation, I could have just wrote God said.
And guess what? If I was your mentor,
You wouldn't have get, and I would have said religious discrimination.
no, you can call it all you.
You hate me because of my religion.
Oh, you can say I hate you because you're black.
No, you hate me because of my religion because I put God said on all my stuff.
Yeah, you can put all that stuff.
Did you use God said on your dissertation? No, did you use God said on your
You know what? You just made me think of something else real quick because it's in my head. One professor at a Texas university does not believe in, they said, I told the class, I don't believe in creationism, I believe in evolution. And my scientific evidence points that evolution is true. So if you got a problem with that, you can leave the classroom on the day I teach that, right? And I won't grade you for it. I won't hold you. I won't give you a bad grade because you weren't here. It's just if your belief system says you don't want to hear that, or you're going to argue with me about that, then there's the door.
Right.
And on that day, you come right back in. I'm not going to hold it against you, but I'm not going to let you filibuster my class.
Right.
And try to impose your ideas upon the rest of the class. That ain't what this is about.
Right.
Well, I thought that was a great idea.
Yeah.
It is.
It is.
It is.
Yeah, maybe that professor could have did that too.
No, that professor should have sent her down the hall to the writing lab. We had a writing center at OU, and she should have went down there and learned how to write, at least at a 5th grade level. You know what I mean? So that's where they should have
She
sent her.
doesn't even, apparently didn't know how to even do the 3-paragraph rule or 5-paragraph rule. You know, thesis, the meat, and then the conclusion.
Well, we can talk on
Okay.
and on and on and on and on. I don't want Carl giving me the
Okay.
shut him down. So anyway, this is Contemporary Black Voices, and again, I'm Sharon Michael Chadwell. We've got Caleb Alexander, Chris Dawkins, and Mario Salas, and we really do appreciate you guys taking time to listen to us. And as we say right now, happy holidays. See you next week.
And don't forget, we got a First Amendment right.
Trump said Merry Christmas is back. We can say Merry.
All right.